Across the border city, you might be noticing street signs and traffic lights look a little different. With the first edition of our Green Living feature, Mike Baden explains how the city of Lloydminster is trying to be a little more eco-friendly.
So far, 3 solar panel stop signs along with 3 crosswalk signs have been installed in various locations around the city.
It certainly is a cost-effective option and energy-efficient option.
However, Morrison says they have to be selective about where the signs are placed.
They don't work in every location just because if the angle is right, they'd be flashing, at someone's house, or there's a number of other restraints, and I think we don't want to get too many of them out there or else they lose their effectiveness.
The new signs do cost more than normal ones, but the blinking lights make them more visible for drivers and pedestrians. The city is hoping to have them installed at the busier locations across the city.
Certainly, we're trying to install them at some of the locations that are a little bit more high profile across arterial roadways or areas that we've had higher accident rates, things of that nature.
Along with the signs, streetlights are also beginning to look a little different, as new LED lights are being put in. These lights are more effective, and when one bulb burns out, the lights can stay lit, which gives the city more time to replace them.
They're much longer life than the bulbs, and so they're less maintenance and less cost to change out the bulbs.
Mike Baden, Newcap News.
This feature brought to you by Lakeland College Environmental Sciences. Prepare for your green career by completing one of the college's 6 environmental sciences programs. Lakeland College, live the learning.
The recent hot and dry weather is definitely helping advance harvest across Western Canada. Producers are hoping for continued warmth so late crops can mature and they can get their crops into the bin. Jessica Isaac spoke with a crop and weather analyst and has a harvest update on this week's crop report.
The agriculture industry is dependent upon the weather, and the recent heat has been good for Western producers and their crops.
What it's really allowed is some of those delayed crops, some of those late sown crops, and crops that were just slow due to the cold start to the season to really catch up to speed.
Macmillan has been evaluating crop progress and conditions across Western Canada.
Overall, we see that Manitoba is now ahead of normal in terms of harvest progress because it's been very hot and dry here from July and August. Saskatchewan's now just crept over normal progress, and Alberta is just about to reach normal harvest progress for this time of year.
Initial grain quality is showing most samples high at level 1 or 2. However, there are a few exceptions.
We've seen some downgrading due to ergot. There's a few, minor problems here or there, but overall quality is excellent right now for the cereals. Protein seems a little bit low, but we're hoping that we might see that pick up a little bit. But I think we're still going to be below normal protein, which isn't really that surprising given the way the weather is.
Macmillan says the U.S. harvest has also picked up speed with big yields and high protein in wheat. However, he says the premiums for protein have eroded significantly.
Farmers used to be getting quite a premium for high protein wheat. Now they're getting discounted. Farmers are penalized for actually having high protein right now in the U.S.
It's predicted the Canadian harvest will move forward at a good rate as long as the weather continues to cooperate. Jessica Isaac, Newcap News.